Hey friends, I'm Cecilia Jane. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today we are going to be making a snake pattern traditionally with gouache. So for this week's video, I thought it would be fun to make a pattern traditionally using gouache. I've been really into creating patterns lately. A lot of them I have made digital just because it's a little easier and quicker, but I thought it would be fun to make one traditionally and scan it. So that's what we're doing. The theme I'm doing is snakes, which is brought to you by Spoonflower. This isn't sponsored, but Spoonflower, if you want to sponsor me, email's in the description. But yeah, they have, I don't know if it's necessarily weekly or bi-weekly or just every few day challenges. Anyways, I did the snake challenge. It has since passed, but they're posting challenges all the time. So if you're interested in surface design and patterns and getting your work out there and doing challenges, check out Spoonflower. That's where I got the inspiration for today's pattern. I also just want to quickly clarify that this video is not necessarily a tutorial, although you may learn a thing or two. This is just more of a draw and chat with me type of video, but if you guys would like a video learning how to make patterns, let me know. I'm not going to be including the digital side of this because there was a lot of digital editing and tweaking, but again, if you guys want a tutorial on that or anything, just let me know. But yeah, I think without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so before I put any paint on my paper, I thought it'd be nice to kind of sketch a little, get a feel for snakes, and maybe potentially plan out what I'm doing. I was kind of gonna just go for it, but then I'm like, I don't even know kind of what direction I want to take. So I thought it'd be nice to maybe sketch some things out and play around with some ideas first. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm kind of just keeping my ideas loose and writing some general inspiration. Just kind of seeing what sticks with me and what kind of direction I want to take. Probably gonna end up doing something nature inspired. That's usually where I tend to go, and also snakes are obviously part of the natural world. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep developing my ideas and see what sticks. So on the left is my page of sketches and ideas. I think I'm gonna end up going with something where it's some pretty condensed, bulky snakes, and then with some kind of like floral patterns on them, like kind of a more folk type look, I think is probably how you would describe it. I was debating background colors, but I think I might just leave the background blank and then Photoshop it in, just because I am very indecisive and like my options. So yeah, let's go get painting. Okay, so I have my palette and some gouaches. I will link some of the gouaches I used down in the description. They probably will be Amazon affiliate links, which don't cost you anything more, but giving you a little bit of a percentage, so that's cool. So yeah, I cut a 10 by 10 inch piece of watercolor paper. If you're doing a pattern traditionally, you do want it a complete square. That way you can cut it in half vertically and horizontally and be left with the same size squares. I'll show you guys that once we get to it, but for right now I'm basically just going to be painting in the middle and not doing anything that touches the border, because that's when we'll be recutting it and formatting it so that it becomes like an overlapping pattern. So I'm just going to mix up a navy gouache color for the base color and start painting some snakes. Alright, so I just did some tests, and I'm kind of between adding yellow or not adding yellow, and also whether I want this to be detailed like it is or less detailed, so like not the blue. Obviously these are kind of rough, so I'm just trying to make some tough decisions, so yeah. So here's a quick little time lapse of me painting one of the snake's bodies, along with another video showing it in real time. So I would kind of just draw the initial shape and then go in and thicken up the snake's body. And then I covered the entire middle with all of these snake shapes. And then once I got to that point, I cut the square into 4 smaller squares. So I cut it perfectly in the middle, both horizontally and vertically. It really helps if you make sure your paper is exactly a square before you start, so I did 10 by 10 inches. That'll make sure it lines up the best when you bring it in digitally, so little tip for ya. Now that we have them cut in 4 different squares, what we are going to do is we're going to flip this side with this one, and then we're going to flip this with this one, and then we're going to bring this up top. And the way to make sure you did it right is to basically check if they would connect. So you can take these two and make sure they'll connect with these ones, and you can take these two and make sure they'll connect with these ones. I probably didn't explain that the best, but there are other tutorials, but yeah, basically just make it so that this side connects to this side and this connects up there, and vice versa. If you brought this down here, if you brought this over here, it would all connect. Now that we got that, we have to fill this space, but I would recommend taping these together. So here I am doing what I recommended, taping them together. And then here's another time lapse of me putting the snake shapes in the middle. And the reason I decided to put the floral elements on the snakes after I painted them all in is just because I wanted to have relatively the same color for all the snakes. So I figured if I painted the snakes and then painted the flowers, I'd have the closest chance of keeping the same color since I did hand mix them. And then here in a second I get into painting the flowers in details, and unfortunately I did not record as much of this as I thought I did. But yeah, so I have the clip right here of me painting the flowers, and then I didn't really do a final wrap-up clip, so I'm just going to talk about the final design right now. So here's a picture of when I scanned it. It obviously has a lot of imperfections, and you know, I had to piece it together. Here's a photo after I did a lot of digital editing. I had to make sure everything lined up, which took forever, getting rid of all the spots and then bringing it to its like full potential or whatever with the contrast and saturation, just bumping it up a little because my scanner kind of takes away some of that brilliance and such. And then here are kind of the 3 patterns I really liked with the background color. I was a huge fan of the navy one, but I did do a poll on Instagram and the light blue one, so that is the one I posted on Spoonflower, my final pattern, and pretty happy with it overall. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Alright everyone, so that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what's your favorite type of snake, if you like snakes, or maybe what's your favorite type of bug, I don't know. Be sure to subscribe to me. I am trying to post weekly. I failed last week and the week before, but I am trying to post weekly. And hit that bell notification button if you want to be notified every time I post. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! So now it's that time of the video where I like to thank the wonderful folks over on Patreon who support me as an artist. This month's theme / item is positive affirmation trading cards, which I put a little picture on the screen. I usually do anything anywhere from prints to zines to sticker sheets to sticker packs to bookmarks to positive affirmation trading cards. So if this is something you're interested in, getting awesome fun product and supporting me as an artist, check out the link below.